Well, now this is this is funny. They don't even bother screwing this drive into this subframe. It just kind of pops in here. All right. So for my own reference, the two, well, I guess, yeah, these two screws right here are closer to each other. So that's the rear of the drive. This flat section up here with the writing, that's going to be the front of the drive, goes there. So when I'm putting this back together, in case I run into a problem, I'll know. All right, now if I take these 4 screws off right here, this cover looks like it'll come right off, but that's more than likely all that's going to show me is there's probably a PC board that's along the whole bottom of this. So I think instead what I'm going to do is, yeah, there's dust all over this thing. Well, I might not have any choice. It looks like these screws that hold this bottom cover on, looks like they go through this plastic right here and then thread into, more than likely, this top cover. So I don't think this top cover is coming off until I take those screws out anyways. And these are just regular Phillips head screws. Again, that film of dust is inside there. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a film of dust like this on the inside of this cover, why wouldn't you have a film of dust on the actual lens itself? Alright, so this board that's under here only covers half of the unit. Here's a little worm drive right here. Acts kind of like a lead screw in a lathe. And it's responsible for moving the whole optic block assembly back and forth. That's kind of neat. There's nothing really unusual in here. The typical optic drive. As I suspected, I can see where those screws threaded right into this top cover. So now, a little bit of jiggling. More dust. Oh, look at the dust sitting right there. Oh, that makes that real easy to get to. There she is, that little jewel right there. That's your lens. So you can see there's some debris and crap on this little, almost like a felt pad or ring. Not sure quite what that's made out of. But that needs to be cleaned so that you don't get a problem where this doesn't grip the disc and spin it correctly. And then there's the actual, oh, my video card's filling up on me. Alright, so I took a before picture with the macro of the lens, and you could see there were tiny little spots present there, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of almost like a fog or film on there. And then also the spindle, the area on the spindle there that grips helps grip the DVD, that was dirty. I cleaned that. Judging by what I saw there, I'd say that at some point there was an owner of this unit that had a cat or a pet. Matter of fact, I even see a few tiny hairs in the area of the lens assembly. Alright, so my cleaner of choice for the lens is isopropanol alcohol. So it's pretty harmless. It looks a lot better. Now I'm just running that same Q-tip around the inside corners here, the plastic housing, and that's the kind of stuff that it's sticking. That is sticking to it. Not exactly conducive to the operation of a delicate piece of electronic equipment. Alright, I wiped down the inside of those covers and have reassembled the drive, and I'm going to put that off to the side so I can clean out the inside of the main unit. And again, in the absence of a proper solvent for cleaning PC boards, I'm just going to rely on the dampness of the swab dampen with the alcohol, acting as a little dust magnet, getting some of these hairballs built up on the end of it. Oh, there's probably a couple ways you could reassemble this, but I put the plastic frame in first and then just kind of sat this down here. This hole right here goes down over the plastic sleeve that sticks up, so it makes it kind of easy. Probably the hardest part about this is just getting these little screws in, which if you have a magnetic tip on your Torx drive, I guess that would make it easier. This one's easy because I can drop it down in there. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm messing up here. Does this have to go in first? Can this go in on top of this? Yeah, I don't see why not. Alright. I guess I can do it this way. Oh, I just realized I missed a big dirty spot right down here in the corner. I cleaned this fan really well. Every blade of the fan was filthy. And I cleaned the little louvers on the back where the intake is. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. The IDE cable plugs into the back of the optical drive. The little yellow cable plugs into the power plug in the back of the optical drive. This power cable for the hard drive snakes its way through this area right here. And oh, I got it tucked in there too far. Come on. There we go. Snakes its way through here. Plugs into the back of the hard drive. Power plug. IDE cable folds this way, comes across the top. Plugs into the back of the, come on, back of the drive. I sound like Chiefy trying to, I sound like Quint trying to teach Chiefy how to tie the knots. Not too good, is it, Chief? Alright, a moment of truth. Plug it in. Hit the power button. Now this looking like heck on the screen, that's really that's an issue I'm having with the this TV set. Service required, call customer support. Boy, that came up right away. Wow. Well, looks like that was a whole lot of nothing. How come it's not opening? You know, I had put all the screws in the case because my thought was, you know, if it doesn't work, I'm not going to bother. But it sounds like it's trying to open and it can't, so that's making me think that maybe I do want to open it up and just see what's going on with that. Error. Alright, so I got the cover off, and it turns out if I take that one screw out and remove this wire out of its captive area here on the plastic tray, you can actually move this up out of the way and keep the whole hard drive hooked up. So what I want to do now is I want to fire this thing up. I want to see whether or not I can hear if the hard drive is spinning up. Definitely. Well, now that's interesting. That's something different. Now I'm getting yellow-green flashing ring. and all I did was take the cover off. Huh. That's strange. What's on the TV? Well, the TV was on still. Oh, I got the video cable unplugged. I wonder if that's what's going on. Alright, let's try this again. And a controller. Plug the controller in just for good measure. Alright. Yep, alright. But you can hear the drive trying to do something, the optical drive trying to do something. Hard drive spinning. Plug the power. Look at that. What's up with that? Why is that working now? It's gonna open? Nope. Let's see if we can't figure out what the deal is with this mechanism. Ah, I found my old bottle of, it's actually cracked. My old bottle of PRB rubber cleaner revitalizer. Good stuff. And I just cleaned and revitalized this belt. I tell ya. Oh, it's gonna be sweet. All right, let's see what kind of magic's gonna happen now. I'm real careful. I could probably just leave this all apart. Let's see. This is metal, so you can't just rest this board on that. So I'll just have to hold it. There we go. Oh man, could see the could actually see that laser come on. Service required. Yeah, sure it is. Trying to spin up and it's looking for a disc. How do you like them apples? I don't think this is going to be able to spin this because the clamp, the top. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. I stand corrected. Can't quite reach speed probably. Imagine if this came flying off the platter and cut my jugular vein. That would be the best YouTube video ever. Alright. No? Not going to do nothing? Well, previously I was able to, by turning this on and off several times, I was able to actually get this error to go away. It's not working now though. Well, the failure to eject was clearly just the the belt. Not that that's going to do much good for me now. All right, back together. Same problem. Nope. Thought I had it. Took so long that time. Oh, you stinker. Hold the power button. Does that do something different? There must be a way to enter some time. I would think there's a way to enter some kind of a diagnostic mode or something with this thing. Come on, come on. Work. You want to work. Ah. Oh well. I doubt this is going to make a difference, but I held the power button in during the whole boot sequence and it ended up going to this screen here, which is letting me set the system time. And memory, hard disk, 50,000 plus blocks. Available, 50,000 plus blocks. Well, this is interesting. This is the save data for several games that have been played on this. Huh. I can only assume that means that the hard drive is being accessed. Alright, well I don't have this game, so let's just, for the heck of it. I want to permanently delete that? Yeah, I want to see if it'll delete something from the drive. Very interesting. AC/DC. Alright, wait a minute. This must be a greatest hits CD. Oh. Oh, what am I thinking? The YouTube copyright police are going to be all over me for this one. I better get on. I better stop playing that music. Well, I do want to see what this is. Oh, this must be Reggae Man. Yeah, alright. Oh my. Was this like the reggae Barry White? Really? Wow. All right. Okay, I don't think that's going to be appropriate for YouTube. All right, at least not for my channel. Xbox Live, we're not going into that. Settings, clock, the language, the audio, the video. What's the video set to? Normal, letterbox, widescreen. Yeah, that's nice. Network settings, auto sign in, parental control, auto off, system info. Alright, that's all fine and dandy. But can we actually get it to play a game? What do I do with that disc? So it works, it's just takes a lot of BS to get it to work. Oh, uh-oh. May have spoke too soon. That's weird. Started to play a little bit of intro music there and just bailed. I mean, like, bailed big time, like the screen went blank. What the heck? Not getting any kind of weird flashing lights or anything. Okay. Well, that's weird. Your Xbox can't recognize this disc. Make sure it's an Xbox game, DVD, video, or audio CD. Also check to see if the disc is dirty or damaged. Remove any disc and continue. A second ago, it read the table of contents of the disc and started to load the game. Oh, this disc is filthy. Cripes. What the hell is on this disc? There's a film on that disc that I just wiped off as best as I could. Nope, still not going to read it, huh? Okay, be that way. This was the disc that I think was in the unit when I took it apart. I would explain why there's saved data. Now see, that disc looks a lot better than that one. Although I just cleaned that one. Let me see. This is NASCAR. Nah, alright. This thing's just kaput.